This I believe in defining myself. I chose this title because I think that whatever you believe in, it kind of shapes who you are as a person and it defines who you are. Growing up, the only thing I believed in or thought I had to believe in was God. I didn't know that believing in other things made you the type of person you are and how it could set your future self. I didn't start believing in reading or music until I really started to understand the genres and their purpose. I know that believing in reading and music doesn't really make sense, but again, whatever I believe in kind of makes or shapes who you are. And so really for me, reading and music define who I am and what I like to do. Reading helped me expand my imagination and opened me up to a new world where I could be creative in my own way. Music gave me a sort of refuge, a safe place from the world around me. I felt I could be myself and that I didn't have a worry in the world when I listened to music because it took me to a place in my mind where I could be what I want and to what I wanted and I could do whatever I want. In a way, these genres gave me a sort of escape from my life and brought me to a new place where I could be who I wanted and no one could tell me what to do. I always read little short stories when I was younger, but it wasn't until I started reading my novels that I understood reading. I feel like I started understanding reading when I read novels because I sort of had more of an imagination when I read novels because they didn't have any pictures or anything. I was in 5th grade when I read my first novel series. My teacher came into class one day dressed as Katniss Everdeen and got the whole class talking about how The Hunger Games was such an amazing series. I was surprised myself that a teacher could get me so into reading. When I started reading, I couldn't put the books down. I fell in love with the series and I was surprised at how much it revealed to me this new part of my imagination. I noticed that I became happier when I read and that it felt like all my worries had washed away. I was surprised that from reading, I was able to bond more with other people and make new friends because of it. When I started reading, I got my other friends into reading too, and all we would talk about is our favorite books and what happened in those books. Now, when I read, I'm taken to a place in my mind where I can expand my imagination and become exposed to new things and learn more. The reason why I've decided to write about both reading and music is because when I listen to music, I am taken to that same place in my imagination where I can do what I want and not be judged. I didn't realize what music could do for me until I figured out what genre of music I like, which is indie pop or alternative. I didn't really figure out what kind of music I liked until recently, and when I did, I was very happy with that. I started listening to my own music on my own time when my life started getting really stressful. My life got really stressful when I was in 7th grade, and just from the world around me and what was happening in my life. And so I turned to music as a sort of escape from my life so it could help calm me down. It made me feel happy and stress-free. The type of music I listened to also helped me bond with my friends and make new ones. When I started listening to certain artists, I told my other people that I liked this artist, and I got a lot of new friends because of the artists that we shared in common, and it was also another topic I could talk about with my other friends. Now that I'm in high school, my life has become even more stressful, so I listen to music every chance I get. I listen to it in the shower, during school, and before falling asleep. It's also the reason why I love long car rides, because I can just put my headphones on and look outside the car window. It's kind of a calming thing in the car when I get to listen to my music. It really calms me down. Music has helped me forget about my stresses in life and bring me to a place in my imagination that is my own and no one can tell me what to do. I believe in reading because it opens me up to a new place in my imagination where I can be who I want and exposes me to new possibilities. I imagine what I want and create a whole new world in my head, all while learning something. I believe in music because it is my escape from my stressful life and helps me forget about my worries or struggles. It brings me to a place in my mind where I can be who I want without any judgment. I believe in these two genres because I believe that they help define who I am and who I'm going to become. This I believe that your passions help define who you are.